The winters in Chicago are always long, but that year the cold wasn't only in the air. It had settled deep inside people's hearts. Emily Carter was a quiet, ordinary girl. Blonde hair, a soft smile, and eyes that carried a light only children have when their father's shadow is still over them. Her father, David Carter, was an honest man. He worked as an accountant in an old factory on the outskirts of Chicago. The pay was low, but his principles were strong. He often told Emily, "Sweetheart, no matter how dirty the world becomes, never let go of the truth." Emily didn't know that this very truth would one day take her father's life. The factory owner, Richard Hale, was one of the most powerful men in the city. Politicians, lawyers, even police officers were tied to his influence. David discovered massive fraud in the company records, millions of dollars hidden and stolen. That night, David came home unusually quiet. Emily asked gently, "Dad, is everything okay?" He smiled, but fear was hidden in his eyes. "Yes, honey, I'm just tired." It was his last smile. The next morning, David Carter's body was found on a deserted Chicago street. The police called it a hit and run. The newspapers wrote, "An unfortunate accident." The case was closed. That day, Emily didn't just cry, she broke. Her mother couldn't survive the shock. Within months, illness took over, dragging her from a hospital bed to a grave. At 17, Emily was completely alone. No father, no mother, no support. Only one question tore at her mind every night. What if it wasn't an accident? Time passed. Emily grew up, but the child inside her died. She studied law, classes during the day, waitressing at night. Little sleep, endless silence. Years later, the truth finally surfaced. One night, a former factory employee, drunk and broken, whispered, "Richard Hale ordered David Carter's death." That night, Emily looked at herself in the mirror for a long time and quietly said, "You're not just a daughter anymore, you are revenge." She didn't rush. Revenge demands patience. She chose a path that brought her close to Richard Hale. She became intelligent, trustworthy, harmless looking. She entered his organizations, became part of his inner circle, his confidant. Richard Hale trusted her. He never realized that what he believed was his strength would become his destruction. 5 years passed, every file, every illegal transaction, every secret deal carefully collected. Then the day arrived. The Chicago courtroom was packed, media cameras everywhere. Silence heavy in the air. Emily stood at the witness stand. Her voice was calm, her hand steady, her eyes wet. When the judge announced life imprisonment, Richard Hale turned and looked at her. In his eyes came a moment of recognition. Emily gave him no victorious smile, no satisfaction. She walked straight from the courthouse to Lincoln Park Cemetery. Snow was falling softly. She